Matt, Iowa, you're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Andrew. I appreciate you taking my call. The one thing, I don't agree with you on barely anything, but hey, at least you're not afraid to talk to somebody from the other side.
Look, I invited.
All right, great. Now, one thing I always hear, you denounce the stimulus all the time. We are aware that 40% of the stimulus was tax cuts for the middle class and lower class. I mean, that's 40% of that money. That's almost $300 billion.
That's a joke when people say that. That's like saying I saved you $40 because this pair of shoes once was $60, but now it was on sale for $40.
That costs money, and you got.
What do you mean that costs money? When somebody says a tax cut for the middle class, okay, but fuel goes through the roof, food goes through the roof, taxes are being levied to front load Obamacare. You can't say that there's a huge difference between saying a tax cut and the government not making it up somewhere else. The government has not gone without certain things because it allowed people to keep more of their money. What has the federal government forced itself to go without? What programs did it cut back on?
That program costs a certain amount of money, and because they gave the tax cut to the middle class and lower class.
Yeah, and then they raised it on other things, and now you're paying $4 a gallon of gas, sir.
What have they raised taxes on? Obama hasn't raised taxes on anybody.
So you're telling me that people have more money. When they go to the pump, they aren't paying more to get from point A to point B. They have more money to put in the bank.
You know as well as I do, the federal government is doing nothing for the oil prices. That's world market. That's OPEC. We can drill all we want here.
So they're not taxing the oil. They're not taxing the oil industry.
That hasn't changed in 10 years. Okay. So you can't blame that on Obama. Okay. OPEC will slow.
I can't blame anything on Obama. All right, you're going to tell me that what he's doing in Libya is totally constitutional
I'll tell you what Obama should be doing. In the Dodd-Frank law, he has the ability to go after speculation. He hasn't done it. That's what he should do. Exxon CEO said on Capitol Hill that if it wasn't for speculation, oil would be $60 to $70 a barrel.
How do you stop somebody from speculating, sir? How do you do that?
How do you do that? If you buy futures in oil, you buy that oil. That's not how it does right now. They're buying futures on it, and then they're just going to sell it. There's people buying futures on oil. They have no intent. They're never going to have that oil. They're going to sell the future. They're just betting that it's going to be higher price a month from now.
All right, so stop it.
I can go buy
oil
next month. I'm not going to have that oil delivered.
Okay, fine. I got you.
Yep. No limits on that. That will bring oil prices down. Drilling won't bring oil prices down.
Yeah, creating more supply won't bring oil prices down.
No, it won't, because OPEC will slow down production everywhere else. If we drill more oil...
Sir, we have more oil than OPEC.
One thing I will say...
We have more natural resources in the continental United States and its territories than OPEC and other countries could only dream about. But we keep telling... How are you going to try to tell me that in the laws of supply and demand, if there's more supply, that we can't bring down price, and OPEC is not going to slow down because they're going to hurt themselves. The OPEC nations right now are not exactly on the same page with each other right now. But if they want to hurt their own profit margins, if they want to hurt their own bottom line, let them.
If oil supply goes up so much and oil prices go down, that will hurt them more because they know we're not going to. Oil is not a renewable resource. They can hold on and wait 20 years and make their profits then. They will slow down production if we start.
You know this, right, Matt? You could sign a document and say, "I know this. I can prove it."
I can prove this.
Is this a website call? Just be honest with me. Are you taping this for a website? Are you this truth ticker guy or something? Come on, just be honest with me, because I can smell BS. Okay, you called up to talk about Fox News, and now you've got me on a tangent about oil. So don't BS me. Be honest. Who the hell are you, and what do you want to talk about?
I am an economics student at the University of South Dakota's master's program.
Okay,
that's who I am.
Okay,
I work at Stream in Sioux City, Iowa.
And okay, so now we know who you are. Do you want to talk about Fox News like you called in about, or do you want to talk about supply and demand and oil prices?
Well, I got sidetracked because
unless you're going to tell me that you're smarter than Frederick Hayek and Henry Hazlitt, we can debate this all day.
Yeah, we could debate on anything. Debating is fun, but
you're wasting my time here with the tangents.
You saw the Jon Stewart. Interview on Fox News Sunday yesterday, right?
I saw parts of it.
Yeah. Well, he was. Jon Stewart's a comedian for one thing. I think he did a great job.
He's a comedian when he's getting beaten in a debate and he reaches for the rope. That's when he's a comedian.
And Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly, they hide behind the fact that they're opinion commentators when they get called.
They don't hide behind it, sir. That's not hiding. That's not hiding.
They call themselves commentators, and they're not really news people when they get back to the point.
Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity don't claim to be non-biased.
I understand that. But to say that I'll give you MSNBC is slanted towards the left. Of course they are. But the fact that they don't also have fair and balanced on the front of every single. No,
the Fox News fair and balanced is Brett Baer. It's Shepard Smith. It's Jenna Lee. It's not Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly. That is clearly opinion commentary.
If you say that Fox and Friends in the morning.
Opinion commentary.
Live News. If you think they are fair and balanced.
You think Brett Baer is biased?
Brett Baer?
Because now you're in my wheelhouse. I'm a journalism major. I was a journalism major. You're going to tell me that Brett Baer is
journalism major from a college in Florida. I've looked you up.
Okay, okay. What is it you're trying to get at?
I would say, can you honestly say that Fox isn't slanted towards the right, even their
or is it that everything else is so far to the left? When you see something in the middle, you think that's the new right?
Come on. All right. Does Fox News have a former Democratic congressman on their morning show like MSNBC has? Joe Scarborough was in the Republican.
Joe Scarborough is barely a Republican. He's a rhino. Okay, and if you look at the Fox News lineup, you have so many liberals on Fox News.
They've been fact checked so hardcore that and shown. Go to factcheck.org and all those guys have been fact checked for all the things they say, and it's Republican propaganda.
Okay, and there's no Democratic propaganda anywhere.
There is. Of course there is. I already said there was. There is. So
again, where have you found on fact check that Shepard Smith and Britt Hume and Brett Baer and Jenna Lee and Martha McCallum and Bill Hemmer are promoting Republican right-wing talking points?
Death panels nonstop. You can go on.
Is there going to be a government wait? That the death panels was Sarah Palin. I asked you about Brett Baer, Jenna Lee, Martha McCallum, Bill Hemmer, Megyn Kelly. I'm asking you about the news people.
Yes, they have promoted death panels. You know that. They've also done.
Is there going to be a function of the federal bureaucracy under Obamacare that decides what you get at the end of life?
No, there isn't.
That's not true, sir. That is absolutely not true. You are 100% wrong. Matt, you are 100% wrong. Dr. Donald Berwick has already said that we're going to have a mirror of the National Health Service, which chooses what elderly people get at the end of life. That is, in essence, your death panel. You might not like the label, but it still will exist.
It's specifically borrowed from rationing. It's specifically in the bill on page 63. That is...
I didn't say rationing. I said outright denials. The quality of years adjusted, sir. That is the death panel. That's how the National Health Service works. That's why when Dr. Donald Berwick was giving those speeches, okay, this has gone too long. Thank you very much for the call. You have a nice day. Let's see. All right, we'll take the break here. We're right. They're wrong. I'm sure that's going to pop up today. I guarantee you that's going to be on tape somewhere. Put up on Twitter. Put up on a blog site. I got Andrew Wilkow. I got him. We're right. They're wrong. That's the end of the story. I don't care where you're going to school. Sirius XM Patriot.